These are images that came from a camera left overnight at an excavation site. Images that were supposed to provide security to protect precious historical artifacts. But no one, not the archaeologists, not the security guards, not even the most cynical skeptic, could have possibly expected what this lens would capture. It was watching, waiting, and what it filmed that night defies every known explanation of our world. Prepare to see something truly unsettling, something that will make you question what lurks in the shadows when we're not looking. This is the story of the camera that filmed something not human. Our story begins in the summer of 2023, at a remote archaeological site in the rugged Highlands of Scotland. Dr. Evelyn Reed and her team from the University of Edinburgh were meticulously excavating what they believed to be a previously unrecorded Neolithic settlement, dating back over 5,000 years. The site was known for its ancient standing stones and unusual geometric patterns carved into the bedrock. Due to the remote location and the increasing value of their finds, Dr. Reed implemented a strict overnight security protocol. This involved setting up motion-activated, night vision cameras around the perimeter of the main excavation pit. The first few nights yielded nothing out of the ordinary: foxes, deer, the occasional curious owl. Routine. But on the fifth night, as the full moon cast long shadows over the ancient stones, the camera positioned closest to the primary excavation site began to record something entirely unexpected. The footage begins with the familiar static hum of the night vision, showing the undisturbed dig site under a blanket of stars. Then, around 2:17 a.m., the first anomaly appeared. The image began to distort, subtle flickering lines running horizontally across the screen, as if experiencing interference. The ambient temperature, as recorded by the camera's internal sensors, dropped by nearly 10 degrees Celsius in a matter of seconds. Then, from behind a large standing stone, something emerged. It wasn't human. Not entirely. The figure was vaguely humanoid in shape, but slender, elongated, and moved with an unnatural fluidity. It was partially obscured by the static, making its precise features impossible to discern, yet its presence was undeniably chilling. Its head, if it had one, seemed to tilt towards the camera, almost in acknowledgement. It didn't walk so much as glide, silently across the ancient earth, making no sound. It moved with a slow, deliberate purpose towards the center of the excavation pit, lingering there for a few unnerving seconds. The static on the camera intensified, making the creature appear to shimmer in and out of existence. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, it turned and melted back into the deeper shadows beyond the standing stones, leaving no footprints, no disturbed earth, and no trace of its presence. The static subsided. The temperature returned to normal. The camera continued to record the empty, silent night. The next morning, Dr. Reed's team reviewed the footage. What they saw left them speechless. Initial theories ranged from a prank by rival archaeologists to a local wild animal. But the figure's morphology, its peculiar movement, the lack of any discernible animal features, and the complete absence of physical evidence on the ground quickly ruled out these conventional explanations. Forensic image analysts studied every frame. They confirmed the distortions were not merely a camera malfunction, they were localized to the anomaly, suggesting an electromagnetic field or energy signature emanating from the entity itself. The final verdict was chilling: the captured image does not correspond to any known terrestrial fauna or human form. The site was immediately secured and further excavation suspended. The footage was eventually classified, deemed too sensitive and potentially disruptive to public perception. Despite countless hours of analysis, no scientific explanation has ever definitively accounted for what was filmed that night. The only thing they could confirm was what it wasn't. So, what do you believe watched over that ancient site? Was it merely a trick of the light, a glitch in the camera's lens, or a collective hallucination? Or was it truly someone, or something, else? An ancient guardian, awakened by the digging? A visitor from beyond, drawn to the energy of the ancient stones? The camera filmed something not human, and the truth remains hidden in the shadows. Let us know your theory in the comments below. And if you dare to explore more unexplained mysteries, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, keep watching the shadows.